I've done this, and one of the questions that comes up in Q&A with young people all the time, often, is why are you a Christian? Why did you become a Christian? Now, why do they care? Because I was able to address something that they cared about. Because I was able to talk to them about something that was meaningful in their life. Because they have questions, and they're looking for answers. And when they find somebody standing in front of them that's willing to engage their questions seriously and respectfully, to think about what they said, to hear what they're offering, and to help them sort through these ideas, they're interested in more and going beyond that. So not only do you have the opportunity to fulfill our moral obligation to go out and to serve the least of these, not only do we have our opportunity to serve the commandment that we've been given to love our neighbors as ourselves, as we realize that they are our neighbors, and the best explanation for these, or the best arguments we have, demonstrate that they're like us, at least minimally and morally important ways. And then we have the same basic duty and obligations to them that we have to anybody else. And so embracing that, I embrace that expansive view of my neighbor as a Christian, then not only do you give yourself the ability to do those two things, you will also open up the opportunity for people who have not yet talked to a Christian that's willing to engage them like that, to hear about the grace and mercy of Jesus Christ in a way they never have before. I told you that I don't know if I told you guys, I told you last night we were talking in a conversation, that the reason that I ultimately was willing to consider Christianity because one single Christian met me where I was, endured the storm of the human being that I was, and I was rotten, and was able to give me the love and grace and mercy of Jesus Christ. They didn't convince me that Christianity was true, but they did convince me that not all Christians were jerks. And then over the course of the next year, when I had no contact with that person whatsoever, because I respected them, for the first time in my life, I had met a Christian for whom I had some basic respect for their faith and their relationship with God as they explained it to me. I was willing for the first time to consider Christianity. And considering the evidence of Christianity, I was then willing to consider Christ. And then looking at Christ, it was over. And none of that would have been possible without somebody that had prepared themselves to meet me where I was. It's more than just this argument that this argument is enough. It really does open up the opportunity. As my friend Tina Whittington from Students for Life America said, it's like a gateway drug to the gospel. If I can talk to you about things that matter, you just want to talk about more things that matter and more things that matter. People get excited about these conversations.